I don't want people to get the idea that a spiritual awakening is something beautiful. Well, it is something beautiful. Like, don't get me wrong, a spiritual awakening is very beautiful, but the process isn't beautiful. You're shedding your old ways, you're shedding old habits, you're shedding old beliefs. Like, you're getting to the core essence of who you really are. So you're gonna feel like super down, you're gonna feel like super dark, you're gonna feel like hurt, like you're gonna feel every emotion there is for you to feel. Like, okay y'all, so just real quick, hopefully y'all can hear me good enough with the way I got the camera, everything set up. Right now I'm at the motherfucking park, bitch. Like, it just feels so good outside. But anywho, we gonna try not to do too much chitter chatter. Like, we just gonna get it straight into part 2 of my spiritual awakening journey. So part 1, if you haven't seen part 1 of my video, first of all, sorry if I'm gonna be squinting because the sun is like right here in the bitch face. But anyways, so if you haven't seen part 1 of my video, then you need to stop watching this and go watch part 1 of my video. But to sum it up, basically part 1 was just talking about like everything leading up to my spiritual awakening, like the past 2 years of my life, going through like really dark and tough times and stuff like that. And basically I just wanted to give as much details in that video as I possibly could, so that everything just makes sense. Like, I'm just a person, I just love fucking details, so I'm gonna give you all the details. Like, we just gonna give you the juice. Like, I ain't gonna hide nothing from you. But anyways, so yeah, so basically in that video I was talking about how I lost my mom starting off, and then I wasn't able to like grieve and stuff like that properly. And then after losing my mom, I went through losing friends, and then I went through, okay, sorry, just a second, the plane was going over, but hopefully y'all can hear me now. Let these motherfuckers fly over. Okay, but anyway, so I wrote some notes on my phone, so just hold up. So basically I was talking about losing my mom, losing my job, struggling financially, losing friends, losing stability, dropping everything and moving to Cali. Like, y'all, like, going through all those things. Like, there's so many details that I wasn't including in part 1. Like, I had got like a disorderly conduct charge, resisting arrest charge. I kept getting like parking tickets. Like, my car got towed like twice. Like, y'all, it was just like a whole bunch of stuff going on top of everything that I listed in part 1. So you could just imagine, like, girl, I've been through it all. Like, I'm feeling the way you're feeling. So that's why me being a person that I am and going through all the things that I went through, I just felt the need to make these type of videos to just, you know, just shine light on situations and just to be like a inspiration to people. Like, you're gonna go through tough times, like, you're gonna go through so much shit. Like in part 1, when I talked about losing my mom, like losing friends, losing my job, losing stability, dropping everything and moving to Cali, like all of those things are like tough. Like, those are tough fucking situations. And throughout some of those times, like, there were times where I did feel like really sad, super alone, suicidal and stuff like that, being homeless and stuff, sleeping in and out of my car, not feeling like I had anybody to talk to. Like, y'all, like, all of that leading up to my spiritual awakening. And looking back, like, during those times, I was probably like feeling like, why is this stuff happening to me and stuff like that. But like, y'all, the more negative things you say to yourself, or the more negative things you say about a situation, the more negative the outcome and the results are going to be. The more negative shit you're going to get back to yourself, because what you put out into the universe, you're going to get back. So during those times I would be like, oh, why is this, like, it's always something, what is gonna be tomorrow, like, how much worse can it get? And then that's how shit just kept happening. So yeah, so like, even going through all those tough situations and sometimes feeling suicidal, like, I just wanted to let y'all know and make this video and just share my story to just show y'all, like, y'all, if I wouldn't have went through half of the bullshit that I went through, I wouldn't be standing here making this video. Like, just think about if I would have acted on those suicidal thoughts. Just think about if I would have just stopped and gave up and stuff like that. Or think about like all the things that I could have done if I would have just kept like being negative and stuff like that. Like, I would not be standing where I am now. And still, the spiritual awakening, like, people, I don't want people to get the idea that a spiritual awakening is something beautiful. Well, it is something beautiful. Like, don't get me wrong, a spiritual awakening is very beautiful, but the process isn't beautiful. You're shedding your old ways, you're shedding old habits, you're shedding old beliefs. Like, you're getting to the core essence of who you really are. So you're gonna feel like super down, you're gonna feel like super dark, you're gonna feel like hurt, like you're gonna feel every emotion there is for you to feel. Like, you're gonna feel every single thing when you're going through a spiritual awakening. And spiritual awakenings don't happen overnight. Like how y'all see in part 1, all of that stuff that I was explaining to y'all in part 1 happened over a 2-year period. Like, stuff isn't just going to happen all overnight. You're going to be going through bullshit for probably 2, 3, 4, 5 years of your life. It might just be 2 months of your life. It might just be like, it varies from person to person. You're going to experience whatever God or the universe needs you to experience to understand what it is that they want you to understand. For your soul to have the experience that your soul is set out to have, you're going to go through certain things. Like, there's a divine order to everything. Like how Nipsey Mama was saying it at his funeral, y'all. Like, there is literally a divine order to everything. And it took all of that bullshit that I went through for me to realize that. If I didn't go through all that bullshit like y'all, yeah, I would have never gotten to the point where when my spiritual awakening actually happened, like the day that it actually happened, y'all, like I was crying tears of joy. Like, everything was starting to make sense to me. Like, I literally saw the light. Like, you know how they be like, there's a light at the end of the tunnel? Like, bitch, I was the motherfucking light. Like, I realized that the light was inside of myself, and things are not really what they seem. Like, all of this shit, like school, like all of this shit, like, it's not really what it seems. It's just, everything is just, there's an order to everything. Everything is already set and planned. Yeah, that's really pretty much all this part 2 is really going to be about. I don't want to talk for too long. I don't want this to be another 30-minute video, but yes, I just wanted to like elaborate on everything. Like, a spiritual awakening, it's a beautiful thing when it's all said and done, but the process and the journey is pure hell. The dark night of the soul is a real thing. Like, but I promise you, you wouldn't be going through those things if you couldn't handle it. Like I said in part 1, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but like I said in part 1, like, God gives his toughest battles to his strongest people. And you know how people be like, oh, you shouldn't feel bad because so and so, there's always somebody that has it worse than you have it. When we were living in Cali and stuff like that, like, I was always thinking that, like, sleeping in a car, like, I shouldn't feel bad. Someone always has it worse than I'm having it right now. Like, at least I have a car to sleep in. At least I have a pillow and stuff like that. But who really has it worse? Like, you can't judge someone's situation just because you feel like it's worse or better than someone else's situation. Like, who really has it worse? Because it's like, each person is going to experience what they need to experience in order to feel a certain type of emotion. So me losing my mom and friends and stuff like that was enough for me to have my spiritual awakening. But for someone else, they might have went through all that bullshit with ease and breeze, like just flew through it and didn't have a problem. But it took some other stuff for them to feel the same amount of hurt that I feel. Like, you're gonna go through what you need to go through to feel what you need to feel. Like, I don't know, it's probably not making sense the way I'm saying it, but like, if you feel me, then you feel me, okay? But yeah, and then even after all of that stuff happened, coming into 2019, I still didn't have my spiritual awakening. It still took a few months into the new year for me to actually realize that I was having a spiritual awakening, for me to actually wake the fuck up out of the matrix and step up out the matrix. Like, so when we moved back from Cali, I was running my lash business. I had took a class to be a lash tech. I had started an office, opened an office and stuff like that, and I was just doing lashes and selling hair, selling lip gloss, selling lashes and stuff like that. And I'm just thinking like, yeah, this is what I'm meant to do. Like, we finna run it up, we finna make some money, you know, like, I'm an entrepreneur, bitch, like, you can't tell me nothing. But anywho, so yeah, so that's what I was focused on. I was more focused on like the money side of things. I was more focused on the hustle, the grind, like getting it and stuff like that. I wasn't really focusing on like me. I wasn't in tune with myself. So that's why things was like getting harder and harder for me, because I wasn't waking up to the call or to the numbers and the signs that the universe was giving me. Like, the more you ignore the signs and the more you choose to stay asleep and stuff, the universe is just going to keep getting louder and louder and louder. So the whole time when we came back from Cali, like the first 2 or 3 months, like I kept saying the same angel numbers. Like I kept saying like 222, 333, 444. Like I just kept saying it. Or I see number 49, number 52. I kept saying number 52 and number 49 the most. And I'm just sitting here like, okay, so we got the lashes. Like, okay, like I'm finna sell this stuff. You telling me to start a new hobby, because angel number 52 is basically telling you to start a new hobby, keep yourself interested and stuff like that. So I kept saying that number for like months and months and months. So I'm thinking like, okay, so I'm finna sell lashes. Okay, well I'm finna learn how to do lashes. Like, okay, well I'm finna do this, I'm finna do this. And all of these things were, I would wanted to do these things based off Instagram and based off what I saw other people doing, or based off who I used to be in the past. Like I used to love doing my own hair and stuff like that, but I didn't realize that those things wasn't really who I was, or that I wasn't really doing it for the right reason. I thought that I was doing it for the right reason, like start a family business. It could be something I could pass down to my sisters. Like I thought I had everything right, but sometimes the universe has other things in store for you. So yeah, the fact that I wasn't listening, I've seen signs and signs. There was probably multiple signs given to me throughout those past 2 years that I could have taken and changed my life around, but I didn't. And that's okay, because you're gonna pass your destination plenty of times. Like you're not always gonna be on a straight path and then, oh, that's my exit, okay, boom, we here, life good. Like it's not gonna always be like that. You're gonna be good, oh shit, bumper road, oh shit, this road closed, gotta reroute. Like bitch, like your life is gonna be all over the place. It's gonna be a roller coaster, but you're just supposed to embrace the emotions. And so anyways, I'm getting off track. Like, y'all, I just love talking about this. But anyway, so yeah, I kept saying the same angel number or whatever, and I was just thinking like, I was just trying to find stuff to do. I wasn't really in tune with my stuff. I wasn't really meditating and stuff like that. And so it wasn't until I actually started meditating like every single day consistently is when I had my spiritual awakening. Once I started meditating every day, I was drinking like lots and lots of water, damn near a gallon of water a day I was trying to drink. And it wasn't until I was like giving myself that time, getting that time to myself in the universe to connect with my higher self, that I really had my spiritual awakening. Once I started meditating, like everything just started to click. Everything that I went through started to make sense. Everything surrounding me started to make sense. Like everything, just how I was feeling, my emotions, everything just started to make sense. So that's what I'm saying. Like things might be hard right now and things might not make sense. Things aren't always going to make sense, but trust me, there is a bigger purpose. Like you wouldn't be going through this if you weren't special and if you weren't meant to get through it. He know that you can. Well, I'm not even going to limit God and say that he's a he, but I'm just going to say God and the universe know that you can get through it. Your spirit guides know you can get through it. Your angels, your ancestors, they know you can get through it. You wouldn't be going through it if you couldn't fucking get through it. So bitch, you just need to toughen it up and get through the shit, okay? And basically I realized there was some stuff that I didn't say. Like, y'all, I was rambling and all over the place, but one more thing I wanted to say. Things don't happen on your time. I be thinking like sometimes like, dang, why couldn't I like known all of this? Why didn't I like have this much knowledge? Why didn't I like realize all of this stuff sooner? Like when I had all that time to be thinking and meditating about things, like being in Cali or like being in my own place and stuff like that. Like why didn't I know all of this then? But it's like you learn everything when you're supposed to learn everything, and you go through things when you're supposed to go through them. Like everything has a divine order to it. So I just really wanted to say that. And I don't know, I'm really just rambling in this video, but I just wanted to get this video up and just to tell y'all, like, you're gonna go through a very tough time for your spiritual awakening, but there is light, bitch. There is motherfucking light at the end of the tunnel. Like, you're gonna win. We're all gonna win. We're destined to win. And I'm just so excited to be making these videos for my channel, and I just got so much planned for y'all. So just stay tuned. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and yeah, you know, like, just keep doing you. Just keep pushing, and like, nobody knows what's best for you but you, okay? Period. But no, I'm not the type of girl. We don't say period because we're trying to get the commas. Yeah, I'm wretched. Okay, bye y'all.